What up, party people?
Ooh, I am Cherry.
And I'm Barry.
And this is Certified
Yapstars.
We forgot our liquor today, but we hope that y'all have got your drinks and you're ready to sip this tea and talk about episode 2. It was a cliffhanger from episode 1, which ended in a steamy kissing challenge that was done in secret.
Ooh. They first started talking about who was going to raise their hand to get to know those bombshells.
The bombshells kissed every single person. Our bombshells, Sierra and Charlie, came in and shook the villa.
A lot of hands were raised though.
And we took notes on every single part of it because we have our trusty yet dusty.
I don't think they're dusty.
Our notebook where we keep track of everything Love Island, and we're going to crack this open. Now let's get into it.
Listen up, y'all. So Ace, Taylor, Nick, Austin, and Yulissa raised their hands as 5 people, y'all. And I'm not forgetting you, Alondria. Her hand had a little twitch to it. She almost raised her hand. She went for it and
she
stopped
was
herself.
We saw you. We saw you in 4K. And then what made it crazy is that the bombshells got to see who raised their hand to get to know them and then picked to go to the hideaway. Episode 2.
Yo, the hideaway is Love Island, like, sacred, intimate time. And they just hanging it out now like flashcards. Oh. You get a hideaway. You get a hideaway. With the Oprah now.
And then it was crazy. They had like 2 couples staying in the hideaway. Each bombshell got to invite someone to spend the night with them in the hideaway. Mind you, hideaway's got 1 bed. Like what in the orgy is going on here? So Sierra, our beautiful bombshell, she chose to go to the hideaway with Nick too, mother fine. I just want to say he was so excited to get up out of there.
He ran.
Mind you, never even seen her face. He was blindfolded when they kissed. But if you remember, he said it was a 10 out of 10 kiss, despite not even knowing who it was.
He just wants someone to be all up on him. And Bella was not given that episode 1. Our other bombshell, Charlie, the Brit himself, he chose Shelly, my woman. How could he choose my girl, y'all?
Shelly didn't raise her hand to get to know him at all.
He said, anyway, she's still bad, and I still like her more than y'all, so...
Right. The text messages literally were very revealing also to all of the Islanders who did not get chose, because Sierra's text message to Nick basically said that the feeling was mutual and that she wanted him to meet her in the hideaway. The text message from Charlie to Shelly was also very revealing. He
was saying that even though she didn't raise her hand, the chemistry was still there, y'all. They were hot. That kiss was too good, if you ask me.
I mean, all Charlie's kisses were good the way he was tugging everybody down.
They spent all night, and low-key so much of the morning too, because how did everyone wake up,
get breakfast?
We found out Yulissa left and nobody gave a damn, like, and they're still in there. They had explained it and then we totally forgot about it.
Honestly, if you watched episode 1 recap, I wasn't a big fan of Yulissa anyway. So I'm just like,
and then also, like, if you're keeping up with it, like, the reason people are saying she left, it's just like, all right, bro. Bye.
Thank you for wrapping that up by midnight.
Mwah, see you.
They're in the hideaway having the best time. Nick and Sierra in the hideaway making out, getting snuggly, sleeping under the stars together, getting nice and bubbly and hot in that jacuzzi.
Shelly and Charlie were in the hideaway doing nothing. Nada. PG. Ain't getting no freak on.
I'm not mad about it because she didn't really want to get to know him. She said that she felt secure with Austin, and I don't know why, but she felt like that was what she wanted to do at the time.
The thing is, I think Shelly likes Austin. Y'all, kill me if I'm wrong, but I think she just likes this white boy, and I think he might just like her back.
We'll see.
Giving, you're one of the good ones, and I don't like it.
Not saying that he is, I don't know his heart, I don't know his intentions. I'm just saying, how do we go from MAGA to Shelly? It just, where is that pipeline?
I mean, I would cross the whole, I would cross anything for her. I would change everything.
You do whatever.
I would do whatever.
While they're in there, here is Ace over here stirring the pot like soup. He's really over here like, so who gonna tell who kissed who? Mind you, everyone else kissed one other person. Here he go, he kissed Huda
Like,
and Shelly.
it was just so messy boots. It was so messy boots with him all night. And this is what we were talking about. Why is he like low-key having a beef with Jeremiah?
And then talking to Jeremiah, try to gaslight Jeremiah into thinking that Huda lied about not kissing him. She actually has no idea she kissed Ace because she was blindfolded.
Mind you, I don't even think she's interested at all. So kick rocks.
I could not have said it better myself. I just want to say, and I literally wrote it in my journal. I knew he liked Huda. And anyways, I'm over that. It was giving messy boots. Love Island messy as fuck.
Hello.
Next.
Jeremiah Huda could not give less of a damn either.
Not worried about him at all.
They're lottie-dottie-dying, having chit-chats. They're love-bombing on each other, matching outfits. My gosh.
And then it's also like, we're on episode 2. Why does the man know you have a baby? Especially when you're making out with him in bed at night.
Going hot and heavy.
You're hiding a whole entire part of your life.
I just feel like they're really into each other really early. They're giving clothes off on the second day.
Yeah, and honestly, in Love Island history, sometimes being closed off early can really shoot you in the foot. I've seen people go home for it multiple times, so I'm hesitant because I like them and I want to see more of their relationship.
Hold on, y'all. I have a different point to make. I don't think they're closed off at all. I think Huda is closed off.
You're not feeling like Jeremiah's.
And I think Jeremiah is about to show us that 3/4. I'm just saying Jeremiah is ready for any bombshell. Okay? And whether it be Sierra, they just need to chat more. Yeah. I see that happening.
I don't not see it. I'm just a little shocked at that because I felt like in the hideaway that Nick and Sierra were having great chats, getting along very well. And I think that they were really giggly. But her chats with the other guys were lackluster in comparison.
I agree and I disagree. So the thing is, I do feel like her other chats weren't really that good in comparison, but I do think she also had good, decent chats with the other people and found things in common. Nick is a liar. Nick has never seen Avatar, y'all. He is lying. They do not have that in common.
Can we please talk about how Sierra and Nick downplayed their kiss in the hideaway to Bella?
A little smooch.
It was just really weird to me because she goes, we shared a little smooch. And then they literally show the flip camera of Nick going, oh yeah, we made out. And then they show him talking to Bella and he's like, yeah, we kissed.
Him talking to the boys versus him talking to Bella. Ooh, that made me mad. Y'all talking about that 51-49. Oh, we know where the split is. Oh, shut the f-.
Getting back into where we were going with our storyline where this episode was at. Sierra comes out of the hideaway and after lying to Bella about the kiss, she goes around trying to mingle and meet with the other boys. And she pulls Jeremiah for a chat and Huda is pressed. It was Love Island messy to walk up and interrupt their conversation.
Hey, baby, can we go talk?
Can I pull you for a chat? You have already been in here with him for days. Why can't Sierra just have her chat? And then the way that he immediately got up, it's just Love Island messy because it's just kind of like, how do you just let her interrupt your conversation when you're trying to be getting to know other people in the villa? That's not how you play this game.
But the thing is, he even asked her about it. Like, he literally said, why'd you sit there?
So she can watch.
And he said that was weird.
I actually thought it was cunt, but
I do think it was cunt, but it's like for the purpose of what you were just saying of like, why shouldn't he be like, you know, having these conversations and stuff, these chats. I do think it was weird. Hop off his dick.
Oh.
Sorry.
Right.
My head, I've been thinking about Jeremiah and Ace having a mug off. Like they're having a fuckboy off.
Who has a better light skin squint?
You Shamar more.
Ace right now is our current Love Island messy king. I feel like about him just gives golden retriever, but like also in the fact that he's also just giving dog and and I'm like gonna cook him up real quick because you're acting like you were just meant to be with Shelly. But then it's also just kind of like, what is this weird obsession with Huda and Jeremiah's relationship status? And then the way that Ace was like trying to stir mess up. Why was he talking to Taylor about how he should feel, and trying to like bait Taylor and gaslight Taylor into feeling like it's wrong that he can't talk to Huda. This projection that it was really just giving obsessed, stressed, and stressed.
Because I know you just want it to be you. You just want a chance, and you're like, but bro, do you feel like you can talk to her? Because I don't. Do you?
Security.
I really like Sierra the next day. Ooh, she's eating down when she's out of that dress, y'all.
The Fashion Nova dress stank, but she redeemed herself immediately coming out of the hideaway looking refreshed. Charlie came out looking fine as hell. Like, ooh, that is the best handsome Squidward they have ever casted. And they've casted quite a few.
Yeah, that's kind of their motto. But I like this version of it. Bella is so funny. Hey, that's the girl that stole my man.
She did come in like that.
Bro, I love her personality. And I know, like, it just feels like it wasn't any, like, harm to it, any, like, ill intent. It was just, like, her genuinely be like, girl, like, and I love that.
She gives me comedic relief type of vibes, and I really appreciate. I just like Bella has great energy in general. I think that she is such a joy. I also think that she is Love Island beautiful, Real World beautiful. I think that she's just a good fit on this cast. I like her energy. I like the energy she's bringing, and already starting off with a little bit of drama for a little Miss Christian Mingle. How you got Christian Mingle in a love triangle? Don't do her like that. Also, coming out of the hideaway, I peeped that Ace was like all over Sierra from the jump, which goes back to what I was saying about him being a dog. You're all up in Sierra face. You're like telling Shelly like low key that you're really wanting to be with her. Y'all should have been a couple or whatever. Speaking of Austin.
Austin had that cute little conversation with Shelly. When he was talking to her, he was saying, I missed you. Harry, like, he was worried and stuff. But I'm like, this is cute and all, but hold on. Did you really miss her? Were you just worried about your spot in the couple?
Don't do that. I thought he meant it, but then I remembered he raised his hand to get to know the bombshell, and I'm like, did you? Because Shelly didn't raise her hand.
Yeah, but then they talked about that too. So I liked it.
Speaking of just the hideaway and Shelly and Austin, I peeped that her and Austin still haven't kissed, but then Charlie finessed his way into 4 sweet little kisses out there on the dock that night.
He ate that though. He was smooth with it. He was like, oh, it's written in the stars. I'm about to punch you out, nigga. You gonna see stars in a second, okay? It felt a little forced, but I do think she still liked it and wanted to. Of course, she's like exploring that connection. She does think it's cute, like she said. I don't know. It was just like, he really tried it, y'all. I can't hate the player or the game. This is what I'm watching it for, so.
I personally thought it ate down.
So, by this time, everyone is talking to the bombshells, having their little chats with everyone else. And Nick, I'm looking at you, sir. He was on that bed having a chat with the boys, trying out both of the girls' names with his last name. He said, Bella Van Steenberg or Sierra Van Steenberg.
Yo, that is a horrible last name. So sorry. They talk about black people. We got Beldasha and Frankenstein over here. Like,
Taylor! Where'd you get those pants from? We might have to share closets, babe.
Oh, the purple ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Those are cute. He did look very good.
And did Taylor look good, y'all? Olandria
looks even better. Ooh. Oh my God.
Looking arguably the best, of course.
She is currently the best dressed Islander, period, right now. The blue dress, this orange number, like, come on, Alandria. Get off of their necks. They can't breathe. And I also thought the conversation he had with Alandria when they were talking about what happened with the blindfold kissing challenge, that was a very mature conversation. I like the transparency and honesty that they both had. I like that she said she was focused on him, and I'm going to keep that in mind. All right, she said it, and we're going to hold her to that. She said she was focused on Taylor, so I want to see that focus.
Yeah, I think they definitely have a cute little thing. I like it a lot. That Southern charm is getting to me. I just feel like it's crazy because for her to say her focus is on him, and then he later on goes and says, well, let me see if I'm interested in a new couple.
Our Islanders get a text message, and it is now, I think, after 1 day out of the villa, the bombshells have to recouple. I thought it was a crazy time frame. They literally gave the bombshells 1 day in the hideaway, basically, and then one day after that, and then suddenly it was, I got a text. For the recoupling, the way that it worked this time was that our bombshell stood up at the front, and you had to go stand next to the bombshells if you wanted an opportunity to recouple and be with them. To my damn surprise, all of the boys stood up for Sierra. And why I'm saying surprise, she's beautiful, so it's like no shade. Of course you want to stand up and be coupled up with a beautiful girl like that. My thing is just, again, why did anyone think they had a chance over Nick? Like, that's what made it confusing. Why are y'all standing up here? What chance did you have?
In that sense, yes. I was not surprised, however. All these boys were dogs to begin with. Was I maybe disappointed? Yes. Surprised? Not so much. Like, Taylor, I could definitely see him and Alondria's chats have been good, but it's just like, it feels a little bit too stale. I need them to spice it up a little bit, or I need them to get in different couples, okay?
I need them to share a legitimate kiss outside of each
other. Friggin' Austin was unsure about Shelly. He was saying, he thought she would stand up or something. Austin, you did not have to stand up if you also liked her.
Austin proved my point about what I said about this couple giving 2 Love Island days tops, because let's not forget, not only did he stand up for Sierra at the fire pit, but prior to that, he also raised his hand to get a chance to know a bombshell, and he never even told Shelly that.
Ooh, tea.
So it's just kind of like, I guess I'm less surprised that Austin stood up for Sierra, and I'm definitely not surprised Ace did. When everyone else stood up, I was like, okay, but where are y'all going?
Back to their seats, and that's exactly where they were.
And then Alandria scooted so far away from Taylor.
Y'all, that shit was embarrassing.
Love Island messy, though, because didn't you kiss Ace? I'm just saying. I don't know what she was scooting away for. It was giving hypocrisy.
But that's what I'm saying. They had actually just had that conversation that she was focusing on him. Granted, we didn't see the reciprocal part of him saying, okay, I'm also trying to focus more on you, because he also didn't say that he had raised his hand.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
There's a lot of Love Island mess going around.
There's just too much already.
But there was never a real honest conversation amongst any of the Islanders together about what happened at the blindfold kiss. And I feel like that's where some of this shock and confusion is coming from. Huda was doing so much at that part. Y'all deserve real men. They met them 2 days ago, girl.
Also, you think Jeremiah is a real man? You also just met him 2 days ago. And then just Alondria's reaction to it all, I was just like, ooh, the situation itself was very tense, very rigid. But I don't think she really meant it harsh for real. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I get that kind of southern low-keyness. I'm about to bust his balls later, so don't you even worry.
Right. And I remember she said, don't worry, we're going to have a little chat. I think that Huda took that as a little chat between the two of them. I think she meant a girls' chat, a debrief. I feel like that was completely misread. Huda comes in way too aggressive, way too strong. You come in telling them, hey, bitches. Then you're over here implying the men are not real men because they didn't want to stay in their couple. It was just Love Island messy, but also just question mark. And then for Huda to be getting all upset about it, it was just giving white women scared. Stop it. She was doing too much. But you know who was doing just enough? Bella.
True.
I absolutely love the way that when Nick stood up to be coupled up with Sierra and she chose him, she did not play around. She was quick. Just like she said in the confessional, she was going to wipe her hands of it. I thought that was too good. Standing on business at the fire pit. One of the favorite things that I love the most about Love Island is when there's a recoupling and people's feelings get hurt at the fire pit. So much goes down there, and I love when the girls stand on business. That'll always just be extra points for Bella in my book personally, because Nick is too fun. I might have been really tight and salty, and I would not have been able to hold it, not gonna lie.
Nick just did a lot for me, y'all. He was so upset as if he didn't just choose to be with someone else. He was telling Bella that it would take a lot for his head to turn. Didn't
we bet that he would turn on the first? I swear to God, we said.
No, I think we did.
Now that we talked about what happened with Sierra, can we ever have the complete opposite?
I just felt such strong secondhand.
I'm so sorry to Charlie, but we had to get that out because how did every boy stand up for Sierra and then not a single girl stands up for Charlie? Mind you, I think it's Charlie's fault because who did he have chats with?
No one. He just wanted Shelly.
He chatted with Shelly.
Well, no,
I think he
did.
chatted with Bella, and that seemed cute but dry. But that can also just be Charlie because Charlie seems cute but dry.
That's actually exactly what I was going to say. I just think that's him in general. I don't think any of those conversations were working at all. I just think he's a boring Brit, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, Love Island UK was right there, babe. This is his thing, though. He likes Americans. He likes the accent.
The recoupling ended with Bella, Ace, and Charlie all being single. And one really upset Huda. It looks like next episode it's going to kick off with Huda being a crybaby.
I don't even know who I'm rooting for with Shelly. I think it's just with me. I think Ace got to go with you. Shelly got to go with me. Shelly, I have an Instagram.
Never mad about a two-man.
We can make some work. We can make some arrangements.
If this doesn't work out. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure that you thumbs up this video as well as subscribe.
Definitely give us a comment. Start in those chats. Did you agree with what we said? Did you disagree with what we said? Anything you want to add on? We would love to know your thoughts. Let's keep that yap session going.
Share this video with your friends. Let's talk Love Island as well. Let us know what they think as well. And also make sure to hit that little bell so that it'll tell you when we post again, which will be soon because obviously we are not blind to the fact that we are hella behind.
But we are going to be catching up to y'all super, super fast. We're blazing through it right now, okay?
We're going to watch every episode up to current so we can meet y'all at the reunion.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm Barry.
I'm Cherry.
And this is Certified Yapstars.
Oh.